Happy Tuesday. Yeah, I know this is unexpected, but I was somewhat inspired today. Um, I went to someone's page and watch how God is using the platform to bring forth ministry, and it really touched me. But a question came to me that made me wonder if anybody else ever felt this way. So I grew up in a church. Went to church 8 days a week. Every time the doors were open, we were there. And a lot of times people make the assumption that I had a relationship with Christ because I was in church. I was there because I had to be. So honestly, I kind of resented God early on as a child because I didn't understand. I didn't understand who he was and how important he would be in my life. But I was tired of church. I was tired of what I saw what church was, not knowing that it was so much more. Understood the intent. I remember marching in the streets. I remember the participation with NAACP. I remember being in different venues and different platforms, just being there because I had to. What I'm getting to is when I got older, what I always felt like is the ones that seemed to be the most influential, powerful speakers were the ones that went through something. Either in the streets or on drugs, kicked out, had to be homeless, alcoholism, mind lost. And I remember sitting in my car. Didn't even pay attention that I pulled up in a church. But I was going through something in the relationship. I was going through something. Really, the relationship wasn't the storm, if that makes sense. It was the evidence of the storm, but it wasn't the storm. The storm was what I was lacking and what I was going through and I was trying to get through. And I thought that I couldn't get there because of the relationship. So what I would say was, how could God use me? I didn't go through some things that others went through. I could not explain some things or felt like I would be a good example because I couldn't tell them about some things that they went through. I don't know if that makes sense. So I never did drugs in my life. Never sampled weed. That was a preference. I didn't taste alcohol. And to me, well, from what others tell me, that was Kool-Aid, wine cooler, until I was grown. And it wasn't a big thing. I saw what it did to others, so I wasn't going to risk my strength and it being a problem for me. So it was a lot of things I didn't experience. So has anybody else thought God could use them? Back to the car in the parking lot of the church. I was leaning over on my steering wheel and I said, Lord, I can't do this no more. I can't do this no more. And as I exhaled, leaning over my steering wheel, I heard, then when are you going to trust me? You can't handle it because you don't trust me. You're still trying to do it. When are you going to trust me? And I wouldn't open my eyes because I knew at that point that it was God talking to me. I said, God, if this is you, show me. And I closed my eyes again. He said, you think that you can't be used because you didn't have anything to experience, but what you didn't realize is I spared you. You didn't have to go through that because I spared you. And I said, Lord, I trust you. Because right now I can't trust anything else. My mind's not right. My thoughts weren't clear. My hope was gone. See, the enemy has a tendency to hit you in areas that bothers you. See, the alcohol, the smoking, and that being in the street did not go to a club until I was 32. Didn't have a taste for it. But he hit me in my heart, because what counted for me, what was important to me was my heart. The things and the people that I love. So when he would affect them, it would affect me. It would throw me off my game. I couldn't control it. But God. So my question in this testimony is also, did anybody else feel like God couldn't use them because you didn't have a testimony? I wouldn't be here if he hadn't taken over my mind. I wouldn't be here. If he didn't show me the purpose. I thank God for still having purpose for me. What about you? Have you recognized yet that he has purpose for you? I pray that we all realize we're not here by chance. There is a reason. When I reflected over my life and the things that I've gone through and the things that I didn't say much about, or how people looked at me as a strong person, they didn't know my heart was broken. When they saw me as the person that had a capacity to absorb things and didn't know that I couldn't afford to cry in front of others. In that car, the last thing I said was, Lord, if it's you, and I want to get closer to you, give me understanding. Give me wisdom. So a lot of people want to be impressed by word. Yeah, I wanted knowledge, but I wanted wisdom. Because with wisdom, those are things that I go through and I can tell others about it because I haven't been through it. And I can relate to it. And I can relate it. And what happens has always been my calling. Is people have been drawn to me that I can testify things I've went through. He told me to open my Bible. I had it sitting on my seat. And the first thing that it took me to was Proverbs. You travel a lot for work. And when I went to the first chapter of this particular Bible I had, it said Proverbs speaks of wisdom. It talks of wisdom. And I knew it was him. Listen to him. Listen to him. He hears you, regardless of what you go through. Give it to him. My encouraging word today is never forget that he has always been there. There was a song that used to say, Lord, don't move my mountain, but give me strength to climb. I go on that today. The first time I remember hearing that and having a revelation to it is, Lord, obstacles are going to come. I don't want you to move them. Give me strength to climb. And so right now I know that every time I pass another obstacle, every time I get past another journey, another stop on the journey, he's conditioned me. I want to recommend something. When I really wanted to learn about the Bible, I saw this pop up on Facebook. It breaks down It's 64 pages. It tells you of every book of the Bible. And in that, it tells you who wrote it, what it's about, what was its purpose, what happened in that time. It gives you everything to help you with the clarity of what's going on. So when a preacher reads and say, I'm coming from John, you have an idea of what that is about. That's a start. Find your relationship, find your place of worship. And remember, God has a purpose for you. Be blessed. My 10-minute testimony.